what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop ATL episode number 3. So let's get to it, shall we? So Rasheeda doesn't understand why Kirk is so upset with her for showing up late to her own video shoot. She's just like, do you understand that I have all these things on my plate and, I can't help that I'm late to something because, I'm a wife and a mother and, I have all these other things. You cut the budget and now you expect me to just be doing everything and I can't do it. So I just kind of felt like, I'll get there when I damn get there. Kirk is trying to help the child understand that you are shooting your own self in your own foot because first of all, we paying for this, okay? This is independent. We not on a label and the label is not paying it. This is coming out of our own pocket. So the fact that you feel like you're getting somebody back by showing up late is really not helping. You are showing up late to your own project. That's more money out of your pocket and therefore is more money out of our budget. That's taking food off of our table. I don't think she gets it and I don't even understand why it's so hard for her to understand. It's frustrating. I was frustrated for him because, he was just like, you get on these tangents and you want to do something and you just kind of sacrifice your personal relationships. You talking to me any kind of way. I don't really think Rasheeda is even really listening to him because she's just telling him her side of the story, which is we independent and we got the ability to take this song so much higher and we have the control over everything. But he's just like, we don't have no control over nothing if we can't even get the goddamn video shot. This might actually be the reason why Rasheeda doesn't have a record deal, because of her temper and her mouth, and she is kind of hard to work with. Scrappy has decided that he's going to move out of the house with Erica. You guys remember that from the last episode, okay? So he goes and talks to his mom, Mama D, and he's just letting her know that, he's found a place and he's going to sign a contract in a few days, but he's just going to have to get on up out of there because, he's just like, Erica's mean and she ain't really showing me no affection and, she's not happy and I don't understand why I'm there if I can't make her happy. Mama D is just like, well, you got to understand she don't really trust you because of what you've done to her before. And Scrappy is just like, I'm not getting no love. I'd rather get that from 1,000 girls than to not get it from, home. So that's understandable. I mean, if it don't fit, don't force it. Mama D was just like, I know you my child, you just like me. If shit ain't working out, I know that you gonna make it happen and get on up out of there, so, but really what's gonna happen with you guys' relationship? And he was just like, well, I'm gonna try to make it work. And you guys, when you say try, that's really you saying that it ain't gonna work because, like if somebody invites you to a party, if you gonna go, then you say, yeah, girl, I'll be there at the party. But if you're not going, then you say, I'm going to try to make it. And when you say, I'm going to try, that means you ain't going to make it. Because if you was going, right? You would say yes. So, same situation here. He has no intentions, I don't think, of really working it out with Erica. I think he's just ready to get out that house. But, he wants to keep everything pretty smooth right now. So, he ain't going to really be tipping the boat by telling her that the relationship is over and all that. It's just baby steps. In the meantime, Erica's starting to have second thoughts about this whole Scrappy moving out the place. I think that she knows that there's trouble in paradise. And I think that she... she's like, her mind is telling her one thing and her heart is telling her another. I think she's trying to convince herself that it's going to be all right. But really, I think that she can kind of tell that is something going on here. So she goes out and she gets all lingeried up, you guys, and she smelling good. And she throws out the damn rose petals and the candles and the fireplace. And, she got her size 15 shoes. I was like, why did they have that angle on her feet like that? It made her feet look like she had on some fucking man high heel shoes or something. She's all done up and sexied up and, Scrappy gets home and he's just like, wow. And, he's really happy that she's done it because he was just like, Erica don't never do nothing like this. Ladies, let that be a lesson to you. And sometimes men, all they want is just a little lingerie. She's breaking out all the stops, y'all. She got the massage oils. And I know I wasn't the only one that was worried about what his feet was going to look like. When she was pulling off his damn sock, I was like, oh, no, girl. No, you're not fixing to go there with the oil. But you know what? His feet didn't look bad. So I was just like, okay, good. Because the camera definitely got a good look at his heels. So y'all know how y'all men, I know y'all men out there, a lot of y'all don't really take care of the feet. She's giving him a massage and everything, and you know, right in the middle of it, he's just like, well, I found my place and I'm, you know, I'm still moving. She was just like, okay, so what does that really mean for you and I? Like, is our relationship still intact? Are we still going to be together? And, you know, Scrappy, he did what guys do when they lying. You know, he hesitated, and I was listening for the hesitation, and it was there. And he was just like, well, I'm not going to, you know, swear on a stack of Bibles or whatever he said. But yeah, we still together. And yeah, I don't know. I feel sorry for Erica because I feel like she is setting herself up for heartache. I think that this is the beginning of the end. K. Michelle goes to meet up with B. Cox, who's a big producer out here in Atlanta, and you know, he's gonna help her with her second break, you know. So she's telling him how crazy her last label deal was with Jive Records and how she had to act a fool all the time and how her money was gone. And you guys have heard the story already, don't need to keep going over it. And you know, Brian Cox was just like, you know, you just need to take advantage of this second chance and don't blow it, basically. Hold on to the fucking crazy. Whatever it is that you got to do to make this work, you need to make that work. Even when she meets with the Jeff Robinson guy, now he was a little bit less restrained than B. Cox was, and he was just like, listen, you have a really horrible reputation in the music industry. I know what's going on with you and your Jive Records label deal that you had, and, you know, everybody see you coming and they scared. Like, you dealing with this fool. Like, you know, you have really been very lucky to get these second chances, because a lot of times people don't get this chance. And the fact that everybody thinks you crazy and really nobody wants to work with you, you are really lucky to have this chance. You're gonna have to get it together. You know, she's crying, she's telling him how hard it was, and he was like, listen, it's nothing worse than the person that almost made it. And he said, and you are about to be that person. Folks just not gonna deal with that kind of foolishness. We work together, nothing is promised, but I need you to understand that you have got to be responsible for your own brand. I've heard stories about her attitude, and I've heard stories about her, you know, kind of flipping off and diva, you know, going diva style on bloggers especially. You can't be burning your bridges like that when you haven't made it. It's that same thing that that Azalea Banks girl, like, she is on the brink of the same kind of activity. You cannot get, especially the bloggers, on your bad side, okay? If you get on the bloggers' bad side, you can really forget it. You know, the bloggers is the wave of tomorrow, okay? They are the ones who are responsible for your publicity, and if you get to talking to them in your kind of crazy way, they can really ruin your career. I hope she can clear her reputation, because like I always tell you guys, your reputation always precedes you, always. So, you know, she has this showcase that's coming up. So the showcase is here, and all the girls are there. It's Erica, Mimi, Rasheeda, Carly, and Ariane, and you know, they're all sitting there listening, and you know, she does a good job at her showcase. I'm sure there's a lot of other music industry people there. Stevie J is there, obviously, and B. Cox, and probably some other people sprinkled in there. And she does a good job. The girl has a good voice. So the girls are all sitting there, right? And out the blue, Carly points out to Mimi. She's like, Mimi, look, that's the girl. That's that girl that came up to me and told me that she was fucking Stevie J. What the fuck is wrong with Carly? What the hell makes her think that anybody feel like being out at a fucking night out with your girls and you got to be sitting up here with this bullshit? What is wrong with her? Who even asked her? Yeah, we're gonna deal with the fact that Stevie J is fucking some hood rat at the damn music event, but the first matter of business is Carly's messy ass. She is fucking foul, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't like Carly. I don't like Carly. I was annoyed with her. And then, of course, Mimi now is annoyed with Stevie J. Stevie J is sitting over at the other table, and, you know, he's back over there tossing back Patron shots, you know, left and right. So she's giving him the dirty eye. He's looking at her, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. He walks over there to her. You know, she's sitting there with her girls, and, you know, he's just like, give me a kiss. And she's looking at him like, what? No, I'm not giving you no kiss. And, you know, he's just like, give me a kiss. Nigga, do you see us fucking sitting up here at this goddamn table? What the fuck I'm gonna be giving you a goddamn kiss for? Going so goddamn where? And, you know, he just keeping on. Everybody is looking up at him like, what is wrong with you? Is this high school? Like, who comes up to somebody in the middle of all of this talking about give me some damn kiss? He lick his wounds, I guess, because he didn't get his kiss, and he goes over back to his table. So the girls are all laughing at him like, for real? How do you just come up to somebody and just be like, give me a kiss in the middle of this? And you know, Stevie J got to feeling whatever kind of way he was feeling, so he goes back over there because the girls are laughing at him. Supposedly Erica didn't know who he was, thought he was just some random guy asking Mimi for a kiss. So he goes over there and he picks out Erica out the bunch, and he just kind of on her, and I was like, is this motherfucker gonna hit her? Stevie J got that crazy. It's a switch in his head, and it stay on down, but sometimes it be almost up, like it's just halfway between there. All we need is for somebody to just kind of tip it back up like this, and a nigga is gonna go crazy. He was like, do you know who I am, and all that. She was like, I don't give a fuck who you are. And he was like, bitch, you know, you don't know who I am, bitch, and you need to, you know, it was just stupid. I was just like, oh my God, he is really crazy. Of course, nobody is saying anything. To me, Mimi is just looking at him. I'm just like, why aren't you getting your man in check? Like, all right, Stevie, you tripping. But no, she just looking at him. Erica's, you know, Erica didn't back down from it. But, you know, it still was like the nigga was a little too close up in my fucking space. Like, nigga, back up some. Get back. Erica, later on in the show, she goes and tells Scrappy that he called her bitch. And he was like, bitch. And, you know, he was like, you know, I want to rough him up, you feel me? I want to put them paws on him, you feel me? I was just like, oh, I can't wait. I just want Stevie J to just get his ass with one good time. Later on, we find out from K. Michelle when she goes to visit her girl, Ariane, how, you know, Carly is just really foul because she just goes up to be Cox up at the showcase and was just like, you working with the wrong girl. You should be working with me, you know. That shit probably works on the TV shows and stuff, but in real life, we gonna still act like this is real life, y'all. In real life, you don't just go up to somebody and try to steal their damn producer. I understand being hungry and going after what you want and all that, but yeah, disrespectful. You have somebody showcase talking about you supporting the wrong damn person. It's like, how about you just say, hey, I got some music I want you to listen to too, you know, just cutthroat. And then Ariana's just like, well, yeah, you know, Carly is also the one who told Mimi about old girl up at the damn showcase who supposedly was fucking Stevie J. And yeah, you know, that shit was wrong and all, but you know, why has she got to be always pointing out shit to Mimi? She is a fucking big mouth, nosy ass, messy ass broad. And you know, one of my viewers last week gonna tell me that she not messy. I was just like, now do you really still feel like this girl ain't messy? Because if you do, something is really wrong with you too. Stevie J and Joseline are talking about the fact that she's pregnant. You know, he got the nerve to feel like it's not really his baby. She was just like, listen, when I'm finished with you, you know, you're going to be giving me the money, okay? I'm going to get 50% of your shit. And he was just like, 50% of what? He stands up and he is like, 50% of this? You know, he holds on to his big dick. And it is real big. Have y'all seen it? Ooh. Yes, it's big. Yeah, but anyway, getting back to the story. He's just like, you're not getting nothing from me. You leaving out of this the same way you came into it, basically with nothing. You know, he's talking to her just like, you know, just like some old, you know, trick off the street. He treating her exactly how he feels that she should be treated at that moment. Later on in the show, her friend comes over. Some guy comes over and she's telling them about the situation with her being pregnant and everything. And I was really wishing that her best friend was going to be a girl, because I was just like, oh Lord, she got a best friend as a guy and he gay, obviously. And, you know, this is just going to add more fuel to the rumor that she's a dude. Like, you know, this was her homeboy back in the day when she was a guy. And anyway, y'all. So, you know, he's telling the girl, you know, basically like, why are you even going through this with him? You know what we all know. And he's like, well, do you love him? Are you in love with him? She was just like, at the end of the day, yes, I do love him. Okay, I do love him. It's your basic regular story of girl grows up in a, you know, in a struggling family, 6 or 7 kids, no money, runs away when she's 12 years old, becomes a stripper, has to fend for herself, you know, all this real rough life. They pulling on our heartstrings, you guys, definitely. But, you know, it's working for me anyway. I was touched for her. I feel sorry for her because, yeah, she's fucked up, kind of. You know, her head is all fucked up. She's got really the wrong way of thinking. But, you know, she is definitely a product of her environment. What's worse is that Stevie J is really taking advantage of, you know, this weak-minded, self-conscious, you know, not used to having shit girl. So anyway, the friend tells her, like, listen, you need to go on and tell Mimi what's up. And, you know, you need to just really kind of blow his cover because this is ridiculous. But, of course, she goes and she she calls Mimi out to some restaurant. Mimi shows up, and you know, she's just telling them like, I'm pregnant by your man. You remember them 3 months that Stevie J wasn't there? Okay, well then he was with me, and you know, we ended up getting myself pregnant. And I like the way they glazed right over that, okay? And it's just like, yeah, well, what is really going on here? Because Mimi like to act like all shit is all daffodils and roses. And evidently it's some problems there, because who man be gone for fucking 3 months and ain't nobody saying nothing? Like, you still think your relationship is good when your man is gone for 3 months? Where did she think he was? At the fucking studio? Mimi is talking to her just like, you know, you some old 2-bit, you know, hook ass stripper that ain't got shit. You know, you could be fucking any old body. That baby could be anybody's. And you guys, I had to check Roxanne. I had to get myself back together, because I was really about to have an attitude with Mimi. You know, I was like, oh, she just gonna talk to this bitch like she nothing. I mean, I hate when people really think that they better than somebody. And for her to talk to her like that, it was really annoying me. But then I had to get back to reality. And I was like, Roxanne, wait a minute. Don't get mad at Mimi, because if you was in their same shoes, you would feel the same way. You would want to say whatever you can to hurt this girl because she's pissing you off, telling you that she's pregnant by your man. So, you know, I had to back up off myself for a minute there. But I was really about to have an attitude, because Mimi was sounding so self-righteous. Like, you know, she's just so much better than Joseline. And I don't know, you guys, people make really bad decisions and stupid choices and do things really wrong in their lives, but I still don't feel like that makes you what you are. You've done some dumb things, but you might not be a bad person. Joseline is just like trying to tell her what's up, and you know, Mimi is just like, whatever, bitch, you could be pregnant by anybody. Stevie J is texting Joseline while she's there talking to Mimi. So she was just like, okay, so why is your man texting me all the time if, you know, he's so all wrapped up in you? Has he sent you a fucking text? She was just like, well, tell him to come down here. So, you know, Stevie J shows up. And y'all, if it ain't some bullshit, I'm telling you. Mimi is just like, so is she pregnant by you? And, you know, Joseline is like, go on and tell her that I'm pregnant. Go on and tell her I'm pregnant. This motherfucker got the goddamn test results in his fucking hand. Not no paper, y'all. I'm talking about the stick that she peed on. He's holding it, and everybody is looking like, oh, nigga, what you got the fucking stick for? You can't just say yes. We gonna get it. We gonna get the picture with just a yes. Stevie J is just like, I don't know. Is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? Just stupid, just frustrating, just retarded, just... The nigga is crazy. Mimi is just kind of over it. She gets up and she's just like, I'm leaving. Stevie J was like, I'm glad that she left and everything, because I got some stuff to handle with Joseline. He goes in there and he's just like, bitch, you know, I made you. You know, I took you out from the damn strip club and I'll send your ass back. You know, she was just like, Stevie, you're an asshole. You know, I'm tired of you controlling me. I'm tired of you telling me what to do. Telling me to sneak around and do shit. It's just like, I'm just kind of over it. And I was glad that she was talking to him, because one thing about Joseline is she says what the fuck is on her mind. Like, she don't be quiet and just be staring at him like Mimi do and everything. I'm trying not to not like Mimi, because, you know, she's in a situation, but she's just telling him really how he is, reading him. And you guys can see that fucking switch. It was almost up. He was really trying to get it in. You know, he throws a drink on her, which is like king bitch ass move number one. It's like, what man fucking throws drinks? I would expect him to hit her before he threw a drink. Like, that to me is like a bitch ass move. You know, not saying that he should hit somebody, but just like, men throw drinks. Like, I don't. Yeah, this is the second time the nigga done threw a drink on this show. This, in a minute, I'm gonna wonder about his ass. They go out the restaurant, and she's over at the side of the car, and you know, he comes over there, and he coming up again with the shit talking about, I made you and I put you back. You know, she was just like, I'm tired of you telling me all the time that you gave me a different life, but if you're gonna give me a different life, then you gonna take it back, and you don't have to give me no life, because I tell you, I'm not going back. It was a whole bunch of tears and snot and spit, and it was just like, girl, I'm gonna need you to get your orifices in control. You know, suck all that, get all that together. If that was acting, that was some good ass acting. Stevie J is not looking concerned at all. As a matter of fact, he looks amused. To top it all off, right when the shit is about to be done, how about he tells her, you look nice in your dress today, and he walks off. You guys, now let me tell you, ladies, that is really how you control somebody, okay? Right when you see them about to be on the edge to get the fuck up out your face, then you say something to reel them back in, to make you feel like, oh, okay, he really does still care. And that's nothing but a mind fuck. When you young, You look at this kind of shit going on between the two of them, and you think that this is a whole bunch of passion and you know, it's exciting and everything. When you get to fucking be 41 years old, you realize that this shit is mind games, and you don't really have time for the bullshit no more. The reason why he's so successful at it is because he's older than she is, and she don't fucking know no better. Yeah, she's from the streets, and yeah, she's been through a lot, but very clearly, he is using this girl, and he is controlling her, and he is being successful. And this is not the end of their little story. You obviously know that. So that's it, you guys. If you still want to email me questions about the advice video, I actually did have a good time making that. So I'm gonna do another one probably next week. I got a few questions, but if you guys want to send any more, you guys just send it to the email address that's on the screen right now. And that's it. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm itsrox. My channel is for itsrox, and everything else that I do will be in the bottom bar below. All right. Okay, so I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.